So first things first. Oh, sorry. So first things first, the cowl and the windshield wipers, they have to come off. If anybody tells you, oh, you could do it without taking them off, they're just cutting corners. Proper installation is factory OEM installation is without the cowl. So don't listen to anybody. If you get in a windshield replacement or you want to get your windshield replacement and you don't know what's involved, first step, wipers off, cowl off. All right, let's do that first. Okay, so the reason why cowl has to come off is you can see right here, you see the old outline, outline of a cowl that's here. It's like an inch that it sits, the glass sits under the cowl. Now if you have the plastic, the cowl here, and you're trying to install the windshield, there's no space, it's like this much. So there'll be no space for the urethane to sit, and then you have to put the glass on top of it, and you can't put the glass on top of the urethane, which is right here, so you'll have to slide it and smear it. Now except urethane, it has to be like nice straight bead. That will be just smeared, and that causes the problems. Air leak, that's number one problem. Second problem, if you miss the urethane, you smeared it too much, now your glass could be sitting on the metal, you hit the pothole and it might crack the glass like here somewhere. Or also what could happen, when you hit a pothole, the glass sitting too close to the dashboard and it's, you know, grinding against it, making a grinding noise. So that's why you want your installer always take the cowl off. Proper installation without cowl. A lot of guys, they'll do the cheap install and they'll cut the corners without taking this off, and instead of doing the job in an hour, it'll be like 35 minutes. But this really takes 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes to take it off. Alright, let's get to the next step. So my next step is I always pull this molding off the glass because new one comes on the glass. The reason I do that, you get a gap here so you could, you know, slide the blade between the glass and the pincher without scratching anything, and it will be nice and smooth. You'll have a bigger space, so less risk of scratching the surface, and that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to scratch anything, because scratches, they'll cause rust and problems. So let's try to take these off all the way around. Now between the glass and the pinch wheel, the side, there's a dirt that's built up over time. So when we pull the molding, there's a gap and there's a dirt. So what I want to do is vacuum it first, so this way when you take the glass out, it don't fall in the car and, you know, it causes mess in the car. So let's vacuum that first. Alright, so it's clean. Now what we're gonna do is cut the windshield, and I'm gonna use for the cut is zip knife. This knife here, this right here is a standard tool, very useful. This is what I've been using for 10 years now, but I just purchased a zip knife. Very convenient, very easy to use, and it has a good control. So this is very, reliable, but it costs a lot more money. All right, so what we do right now, we're gonna slide this blade here, see it, between the glass and the metal, so we could cut the urethane. Corner is still attached, so the blade wasn't long enough. You always want to start with a short blade, so it's easier to cut. If you start with a long blade, you'll get stuck. So you start with the short one, which is got most of the urethane. So now the corner, I'm going to take the longer blade. So this is a 1/2 inch, this is a 3/4, I believe it is. So I'm going to use this for the corner, try to get the corner. And this tool is very easy to switch places. It just slides right in there and you're ready. Alright, so the top and the sides are released. See, that's it, it's cut off. That's the urethane right there that we had to cut. So the bottom, since the urethane is here and there's like 2 inches between the, from the edge of a glass to the urethane, we won't be able to get to the glue. So we use the my little tool that I have. Cut the bottom. Let me go get it. All right. So what the tool does, it cuts from inside, cuts the urethane. And since the blade is so long, it's easier for me to reach the glue at the bottom and without scratching anything. So you have to spray with the water or soap water, so this way it's a little lubricated. On a dry glue, it gets stuck, it gets hot, it gets stuck. Okay, so let's go look. Right here I scratched a little bit, and I think that's it. Well, right here, little scratch, it's the tool, I got it too close. Right here I scratched a little bit, and that's it. So, problem with these scratches, if I leave them like this open, there you go. If I leave them like this, So next year at this time there will be a rust building up here, so it's gonna go up and down. It's gonna eat the metal. They might cause problems, and the rust is gonna get under the glue, and then it's gonna deattach. It's gonna be a leak, and in case of accident the glass might fly out because the surface is rusted. So what you want to do is, and what installers should always do, is prime these spots. So you want to prevent it from scratching, and you want to be careful not to scratch, but nobody's perfect. Here and there a little scratch, it's fine. So let's go get the primer. Alright, so that's gonna dry for a little. I'm gonna go clean the glass and get it ready for installation. So I'll see you in a few. Alright, the glass is right there. I'm gonna go clean it. I always use this to clean the surface where the urethane connects with the glass. To make sure that, you know, there's no grease and any dirt on it. Alright, so the urethane that I'm going to use for this is Sika P2G Plus. It's 4 or 5 hours dry, and the car is going to be here till the end of the day, till 6 o'clock, so I could use that glue. Alright, so I'm going to use V-shape. I know I made a video, it doesn't really matter which one you use. For this one I'm going to use a V-shape, just so everybody go crazy when they watch the video. Alright, it's all set. The tape's coming off. Why is that tape coming off? Because it's literally wet. Harder. So you see it's nice and straight. The old molding, it matches the original molding. Trying to do as straight as possible. Try to get to the look that it was from factory, or original look. If customer says, oh my god, it looks like it hasn't been changed before, that's a compliment. There you go. Let's go look inside. Alright, what we got inside? See? Nice. No.